In a world with entirely too many shows about cars, this is another pointless automotive podcast. Hi.
Oh, that was soothing, dude. Good job.
Yeah, not to go full
Oh,
like NPR. What's their morning? I don't know. They got
morning,
like a morning, not morning
morning
wood.
wood with.
Yeah, exactly. Wake up at attention with NPR. No, we are not NPR today.
No.
We are another pointless automotive podcast. You probably already know that. There was a whole intro jingle and everything. But yeah, Chadwick, how are you?
Doing all right, man. I'm a little tired. I'm going to be a little off tonight, as per usual, but doing all right, man.
Nights in the club.
How you? Yeah, it's nothing but clubbing, dude.
You be clubbing?
Is grinding still a thing? Because that's the only move I was ever good at in the club. Different, I think.
Yeah, I assume.
Maybe
I don't
not.
know.
Lots of overlap.
I don't. Should we do that if we get to like 1,000 Patreon subscribers? You and I go clubbing.
I thought you were asking in general. Should we go to a club and attempt to grind and see how it's
if we get 1,000 Patreon subscribers, then yes, we should go to the club and we should just grind on strangers and see.
Fuck. It will die.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, like got 1,000 Patreon subscribers, but we got stabbed and divorced individually.
Two for one deal is how I call that one. It didn't return the favor. How are you doing, man? How you hanging in there?
I'm good. There's I don't know if you're, for those watching along at home, there's a change of scenery behind me.
Yeah. You got the respray on the Sprint Turbo or what?
Yeah. No. Well, I can save some of that for PCP, I suppose.
Oh,
but
I can't wait. Yeah.
Nothing earth shattering. But I did get the Focus in here, the Focus SVT. I'm gonna take care of those rear struts at some point.
Oh hell yeah.
Like shocks, I suppose, are not struts. But yeah, that's in the cards. That's for another topic of conversation. And what's cool is so just not this past weekend, but the weekend before, I went to this like Cars and Coffee. It was at like a photo studio that somebody's built here. And it's really cool. It's like a $250,000 build. It's like a really nice spot. And I was like, I'm going to take this thing. So I took the Focus SVT. It was in Santa Ramon. Drove it down there and back. And there were all these like really high flying cars, like a lot of American muscle stuff,
Sure.
and a lot of exotics. And I show up in this thing. Nobody paid attention. But on my way out, this one, like, I don't know, 23-year-old broccoli haired kid was like, "Bro, is that an SVT?" I was like, "You know it." He's like, "Hell yeah." He was like so pumped that it was an SVT, that it was the sport variant of the Ford Focus.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, and that's what we are talking about today. The world of sport variants, not ones that exist and not ones that we like the aforementioned Focus SVT, but there's a lot of interesting vehicles out there.
Yeah.
That never got like actual really sport, hot, spicy variants.
It's a damn shame.
Or if they did, we never got them.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, it is a damn shame. And so I was thinking we can play, I don't know, God, and who I'm still trying to find and kill.
Yeah,
but until then, I'm just going to play God and say, hey, like, here are some cool cars that never existed. What are some sport variants of things that should exist?
Yeah, I mean, because I think we think back and we're like, it's something very similar to that. And we're like, why didn't they just put that power plant in such and such car? I think is a question we can ask ourselves. Why? And I want to start off just like that. I want to start off with something silly, fun. I understand why they didn't do it. Let's be honest here, guys. I'm not that far off the pulse. But a car you owned, the Geo Metro. Where am I going with this? So the Geo Metro convertible, especially, what did that thing have? 40 something horsepower, Frank, out of that 3-cylinder
So I'm trying to
motor?
remember. It was either they had like the XFI trim, which was like the extra fuely economy one, which I believe was 49 horsepower.
But you couldn't get a convertible of that one, could you?
Correct. So I think mine had the standard 3-cylinder, which was, I believe, 55 horsepower, if I remember correctly.
The big block, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, the big block, which you also couldn't get in that, was the 1-liter 4-cylinder.
This is true.
In the like the 4-door and the other Metros. But yes, yeah.
So convertible Metros were kind of lame power plants, right? Kind of a cool, fun car. I was thinking, I'm like, man, we never a Swift GTI motor in a Metro convertible,
Yeah.
retooling the suspension right from the factory because you couldn't just send it as it was. You'd die,
Right.
easily die. First test drive, you'd die. Put that power plant in there, which I think's just over a hundy ponies, if I remember correctly. Drop in like the suspension upgrades and a little slick 5-speed. And how fun of a drop top front wheel drive hot Metro could have that have been? And they had the motor
Yeah.
there. They had it all. I'm sure it all plugs and plays to some
I
general
think
effect.
I like it. However, I don't. You would the things you would have to do to that chassis to make it not be utter dog shit.
Yeah. Well, it starts with like sway bars. It starts with, chassis bracing. It could be done.
But then you would lose the very important like vinyl flap pass through.
True. This is true. But could you imagine if that thing had like a high revving 100 horsepower power plant?
Oh, it'd be sick. It would be dope.
What a blast that car would be. So I want to start off weird. I think I still would be. I wonder if anyone's done that swap. Probably not, because that's not a rational thing to do. But that doesn't mean anything. I think it'd be so fun, dude. I think that's like that car with that. I mean, you could have done a Metro version of the Swift because the Swift was so rare. Like if you wanted that car even back in the day, they were pretty hard to get.
Yeah.
So I think they could have made a Swift variant. We could have called it like I actually put that down, the Geo Metro GSI. Because there was never technically a variant of that. That would be cool if they did make a hot Metro, which we didn't get.
Yeah, no, it's interesting that you say that because I had a different Geo product on my list, and and shoot, I was gonna start with something different, but I guess I'll just jump right into it. Is first off, yeah, I agree. I still think the chassis would shit its pants. Specifically in the convertible, because it's maybe single-handedly like just the worst chassis feel of any vehicle I've ever driven.
Oh, it's so bad, dude.
Which is a shame because like my Sprint Turbo, that chassis is actually okay because it doesn't weigh anything.
It has a roof.
Although you get it above like 75 miles an hour and the tops of the doors flap. Because it's like not meant to go that fast. They flutter it open and shut.
It's a feature.
But what I was thinking was we never got a truly hot Storm.
No, we didn't.
There was you had the GSI, which was good for like 10 extra horsepower compared to the base car.
Yeah, like a $140, right? Like it was
instead of like a $130.
The base Impulse 1.6 naturally aspirated motor. Yep.
Yeah, but there was an Impulse RS all-wheel drive turbo. And that was good for more than 160, right?
Yeah, 160 on the dot. Yeah.
Which is funny because it's not that much more. But that could have been, would it have saved Geo? No. But it would have been cool. It would have been really cool.
Would you have left it front wheel drive or put an all-wheel drive system for the RS in there?
I think the all-wheel drive system is how they would have sold it because that's like the hotness.
Yep.
Me as a current 40-something-year-old shitbox connoisseur, I think if they kept the Impulse, the all-wheel drive version, and the Storm, the front-wheel drive only,
keep the cost down. Yep.
Keep the cost down a little bit, and I think it potentially would be more fun.
Oh yeah, dude, one wheel peel all day, baby.
Yeah. Or even just you don't get the all-wheel drive, but you get an LSD.
Okay, that's
like how sick would that be? That would be a pretty properly hot car. That would
be fun. Good call there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so
what if it lines up against a Metro GSI though? That'd be a
drop top in the one. And,
shit.
You know what? Yeah. Every time I think of the Geostorm, do you ever remember? God, it's like a 20-year-old pre-viral video of there was a Geostorm like stuck in a snowbank, and a dude like goes to pull. He just like hooks a chain up to like the tow hitch on like the around the rear bumper bar or something like that under the bumper cover, and he goes and it just like pulls like the whole rear end off the car, just like tears it off.
Yep.
Yeah. Hmm.
Classic.
Anytime I think of a Geostorm, I think of that one caught in a storm.
I like the Storm. I agree.
Me too. I want
a,
one.
We should have got a hard one. God, talk about a car. Everyone I see for sale, and they're not runners and drivers, right? They say they run, but they've
Mhm.
been parked for like, I don't know, X amount of years. They're never clean, dude. They're always fucked. They're always fucked so hard.
You know,
Remember that Storm wagon I sent you not too long ago?
yeah,
Let's go
that's the
wagon.
Sportback or whatever.
Do the Sportback all-wheel drive with that motor.
Oh.
Now we're dude. Now we're cooking.
I wonder if you can swap those hatches over from. Well, no, they made a JDM. They made a JDM version. I was thinking if you got an Impulse and you swap the backs over, can you make an Impulse RS and swap the back out, swap the hatches out? I don't know. It's probably more to it than that.
Yeah, I think
It's
the
not like
wheelbase
the,
was
it's not like the
longer on the.
Pulsar.
Yeah, I think on the Geo wagon it was longer wheelbase too. It's some thing which is kind of
It's funny.
why
Well,
why
it's
did
fun-
they do that?
It's funny. A couple weeks ago, like the week after we recorded with Doug, he sent me a text. He sent me a text message of a photo of him in his Countach, driving the Countach and like taking a picture of like a super clean Geostorm. He's like, I'm the idiot. He's like, I'm the idiot in a Countach, like lusting over this Geostorm, and it was like, it was teal, super clean. I was like,
so cool.
So dope. Like,
Ooh, what's
that's-
rarer,
that's RC.
Countaches that are like streetable right now, or Geo Metros?
Metros or Storms?
Sorry, Storms. Which one's rarer? Like on the road being driven. I would say the Countach is the more common vehicle.
Or the Asuna Sunfire.
Yeah, same. We'll go with all the variants.
Yeah. Good question. I bet you there are more Countaches.
Yeah.
But I bet you many of those Countaches that are on the road,
yeah,
you put
dude.
10 miles on it and it falls apart because it's like
shit.
a museum piece that never gets moved. So
It gets to operating temp and all the fluids just boil out.
yeah, it just exsanguinates itself.
I think the Storm has gotten insanely rare. I still want to scoop one. I think they look cool. I mean, do I want an Impulse RS? Absolutely, but I've already given up on that dream, dude.
Man,
Yeah, I had my shot.
We need
I
one.
missed it.
What else is on? You got anything else on your list?
This one, like, I know we're talking like we're in bullshit land. We reside full time in bullshit land. This one is something they could have done, and I think they should have done. The Nissan Versa SCR Spec V.
Yeah, you talking that same
I'm talking that
same 2.5 liter?
Yep. Drop the 2.5 right from, and Nissan's famous for doing this. Take the big motor, put it in a smaller car, put the 2.5, put the 6-speed manual, put the Spec V or V Spec, however it is, I think Spec V, suspension in there in the Versa, the small little hatchback version, and just label it an SCR Spec V. I think, first off, the Versa didn't have a sport variant at all, which is crazy for a car.
You get a 6-speed though.
Whew. For the you had me at a never mind. Never got a sport variant, which is crazy because Nissan was pretty famous for always having some version of a sports or a more performance focused one of their models. And in this one, the Versa, which sold a ton of units when it came out, was insanely popular. Also had the title of cheapest car for sale in the United States for the longest time, till the Mitsubishi Mirage fucking knocked it down a step or two. But what we have here is a mass market hatchback that never had a sport variant. Nissan, a company that could easily put a high revving power plant or even drop the old SCR engine. I doubt it was probably cafe standards. They couldn't run the old SR20, but I think you drop that 2.5, that 6-speed in a car that weighs like at least 400 pounds lighter. Could have been pretty cool. And the price point.
I like the thought, although what I like building the same thing out of slightly different ingredients. And by that, I mean, instead of that first gen Versa, you get and using like the hatch, the sedans are really ugly. But doing slightly newer and taking the Versa Note, which was the smaller one, the more roundy one that kind of supplanted the standard Versa hatch for a little bit, and then you take the motor and transmission out of the Juke, the turbo Juke, like the Juke Nismo, and you put that in a Versa Note.
That also
so
works.
It's a lighter, smaller, shorter, kind of Juke Juke
That
Nismo.
is
Not a Juke R,
right.
but
The RS. That is that
Nismo
is cool.
RS.
I would get behind that. I do like. I think like with the hot hatch theme, I wanted to stick with that high revving, naturally aspirated power plant.
Sure.
And I think that original Versa, I think a lot of buyers didn't buy it, like young buyers, because they want something kind of sporty. And at that time, like we're talking what 2005, 2006 time period, there were lots of really cool offerings for like enthusiast focused cars. Like the WX was totally affordable in the mid 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I think a Versa SCR Spec V would have been like actually something. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I
could have
could
been a
see
thing.
that.
It really could have been a thing.
Could have been a contender.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's funny because a lot of the stuff I've thought about have been like just a spicy version of a shitbox and make the spicy to make the spicy shitbox like the aforementioned Focus SVT behind me.
Right.
But the one that actually got me, the one I was going to start with is what actually got me on this whole thought exercise, which is I saw a Hyundai Venue the other day.
Okay.
And I was like, because they got rid of the Kona N
Mm-hmm.
and they have the Elantra N, which is a much bigger, longer traditional sedan thing compared to a Venue, which is like a little upright four-door. It's probably the most modern equivalent we have to like the Scion XB Nissan Cube.
Yeah, for sure.
Which they should have made hot hatches with the hat.
That's
those.
a great call right there.
God, a Super Cube. Imagine like Power Cube. Like what do you call the cube?
What did Toyota have at that
Cube
time
squared?
though? Toyota, like 2ZZ or something?
Yeah,
Maybe?
you could have done 2ZZ.
Ooh, that would have been kind of cool. That would have been actually really cool. Because they didn't have any spicy plants during that run, right? When that XB came out.
Because then what took place? Yeah, not really. Unless you go like was it the 2GR, the V6, the 3.5 V6, which would be insanity.
The RAV4 all-wheel drive was like the fastest Toyota for like 10 years.
Yeah, like
have you looked at prices
after
of
they got rid of
those,
the
dude?
Solara?
You can get an all-wheel drive RAV4, that fastest Toyota for a decade, for like you can get a limited with that same setup. It's kind of cool. But it's like they're going for like $8,000.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole shitload of Toyota. You could say you're the fastest Toyota for a decade.
Yeah. You can brag. Yeah, man, it's got a Lotus motor in it, bro.
That thing cooks though. Those are fucking properly quick.
Yeah, they're okay. Yeah, they're not bad.
Shit.
But what I was gonna say is you do a Venue N.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so you just take that same 6-speed manual or DCT and you just pull the powertrain right out of the Elantra N and you put it in the Venue.
I like
and
that.
You make it available in that like powder your nose blue. I don't know what they call it. Sonic blue or whatever it is. With like the red pinstriping bits and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
That would be just a riot.
That'd be cool. I'm surprised the Kona N died so quickly.
Yeah, what, 2 years, I think? 3 years, I think they made it. DCT only, which is kind of a bummer. I'm curious what the production numbers. I still want one, but I'm curious what the production numbers on them are.
Probably pretty
0.
low, right?
Yeah.
Like, shoot. What was that Mercedes wagon, the R63? That had like super low production numbers too, right?
Yeah, I think like 300 and something.
I always dream about scoring one of those things, man.
Yeah, I've known some people that have had them. I know a guy who's got one here in the Bay. It's a silver one, and it's one of those cars where like it's maybe the coolest modern AMG car ever, just because of what it is.
Sure.
But I bet you it's one of those things where after a while it probably gets kind of boring. I bet you get kind of over it.
I mean, it does offer the functionality of like a minivan, but it also has a muscle car motor effectively. So it's kind of this weird balance where it's not really practical, but it's super practical.
Yeah.
Perfect for us, for our mindsets. But I always wanted that like eggplant purple, put some bronze wheels on it.
Eggplant emoji. Yeah. That would
roast.
look good.
That would look real good. They are nice looking.
That was one that nobody should have made, but they did. That that's like that is kind of like the thesis for this whole exercise we're doing right now. Like that's the target.
Nailed it, Mercedes-Benz from the factory. Next one I want to do, dude, is they actually built a prototype of this truck and late 80s, early 90s sports trucks. everywhere. Such a cool like movement. They're still popular today. Like people love buying these vintage sports trucks.
Hmm.
The Ford Ranger SHO. I don't know if you
Yeah.
ever looked at that prototype,
Hmm.
but 89, the year of the Taurus SHO, the first model year, that 3-liter Yamaha high revving motor. They dropped it into a Ranger. They put the 5-speed. They didn't use the Mazda 5-speed. They used one from a Mustang GT
Sure.
and a bunch of
T5.
other running gear. Rear wheel drive only, lowered down body cladding. You know, the things I get excited about,
Sick.
Frank, basically is what I'm saying. Uh, they made one. It was killer. They never made another one.
Son of a bitch. Kind of
I
like the
think
Shogun. Although they made multiple Shoguns, but
they did, but I think that the Ranger show, if they would have found a way to like, and they were using existing parts. I think Roush was involved with that, so they could have mainlined it a little bit more for Ford production, like
right.
downplayed some of that stuff, like the bespoke parts. But I think that could have been a mass-produced little sport truck that would have caught on, especially if they kept the price point low, because those Rangers at that time were very affordable. Drop
Hmm.
that show engine. It's not like the Taurus show was like a fucking expensive luxury car, right? That was still an affordable car. So those power plants were available. I think, God, dude, with a 5-speed manual and that little truck and a show motor, there's so much coolness about that. I don't know. I think
mean,
they could have.
yes. And they could have had the excuse of like, well, GM's stealing our lunch with the Cyclone
Right?
and the 454 GT 454 SS.
Which are insane right now, man. I saw
Yeah.
one. So, like, small aside, I was going by a shop and I saw one sitting out there, like, really rough. And I'm like, I'm just gonna ask. I'm
Yeah,
just
you
gonna
have
ask
to.
because I think one of
Legally.
those would be killer. I'd love to have that on my list. And
Mhm.
they're like, no, it's fully, the paint is all oxidized, but he popped the motor. It's a fully built. They put like
Oh, damn.
40K into it. I'm like, damn. I noticed the tires coming up. He's like, yeah, no, it's not just for show. This thing rips. I'm like, okay. Now I want to
Fair
ask
enough.
then. Yeah. I'm like, what do you
Yeah.
think it would go for? He's like, no, he wouldn't sell it for less than 60. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
You
And
can't
goodbye.
find those. You
Yeah.
can literally not find those. So, dude, what a
Yeah.
killer sleeper to have the oxidized black paint but fucking just, oh, so much power.
Now imagine your example. You talked about the show Ranger. You know
Yep.
what? It was also based on the Ranger platform.
Oh, the Mazda.
Aerostar.
Oh, okay. The 40 years.
You
God,
do that same setup in an Aerostar.
brutal.
So sick. The show,
Revving it out.
the show star. I don't know what you'd call it.
I like that.
The
Yeah.
Aero Show.
Good stuff,
Um,
dude.
Yeah. So here's one that's a little bit different that
Oh.
I was thinking about. We never got. I mean, you can kind of say it's kind of hot to begin with, but I wanted a hotter one.
Mm.
The first generation Lexus IS.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we got now, I'm not saying we could have, but I'm not saying we should have had a two JZ GTE twin turbo Supra motor one. That would be sick, and that
God,
did
it would
exist
be.
outside of the United States.
Sure.
I think.
Yeah, I think
Actually, I don't know. I think
I don't
maybe
know
it was
if
just
they
the one
did.
JZ.
They
I know
did have,
I know you can get the IS 200.
yeah, but
with the
you're
Beams
talking
motor.
like the Altezza. The Altezza came with like
Yeah, I
they
don't
had
think
they
you
had
could.
turbo motors, but I think they were four-cylinder turbos. I don't know if they had a V6 turbo
I
in
don't.
that
Yeah,
or
for
any
inline
six. Sorry,
six.
that would have been
Yeah.
inline. But
Yeah,
I
no,
think
I
they
don't
had
think it was.
They
I
did,
think it was in like the Chaser and the Soarer and some of the other
Mhm.
stuff.
But they did have a turbo 4. I remember that, and it was spicier than the
A Crown Athlete.
yeah.
But yeah. And the NA4 was the you can get the 6-speed with the it was the 3S GTE or
Yeah, it's a little
GE
screamer.
Beams
Yeah.
motor. Yeah. But I think if we got, because at the time it was it was supposed to be the 3 Series fighter,
That's right.
and it sort of was, but like,
Yeah.
and if you get one, I like those cars a lot. They drive really well, and if you get one with a manual, it does an okay E36 M3 impression. It's not quite as spicy. It's not quite as it's a little bit more sluggish, but it's still a tossable car.
Yeah.
But if we got a properly hotter one, and by the way, when we finally really got that car, the E36 M3 was on its way out, and we were now in E46 country,
Yeah, non
which never had a sedan
Yep.
in stateside. So if you had this as a sedan with
Oh.
with a hotter motor, maybe you just do the turbo motor. Now you've got something. You're really kind of cementing. Imagine if like Lexus
Dude.
today has kind of like stuck their flag in the dirt as
Uh-huh.
far as like having performance shops with all the F branded stuff. But
Sure.
imagine if they started that in like 2000,
Imagine
2001.
imagine what that would go for today, though. A clean example.
Yeah.
It'd be like super money, right? It'd be just shy of super money.
Yeah, and who knows? I mean, like,
Whew.
yeah, like it's just really, really, really. I don't want to say missed opportunity because that was a very successful car for Lexus.
Yeah.
And but one can dream. That's what we're doing here today, and that would be something that I wish
It's
existed.
it's a funny situation, dude. That if that came from the factory with a 2JZ twin turbo setup, it would be worth a fucking fortune today. If
Mhm.
you go and buy an IS 300 and swap it a 2JZ, it's worth less than an IS 300 manual. It's
Yeah.
it's just a fucking weird world we live in. But those swaps are pretty rough. Like it's a pretty rough ordeal to shoot. You
Yeah,
think it wouldn't be?
people do clean ones, and you can
Yeah,
do it.
it's
But
huge. It's a huge ordeal. But yeah, already getting a manual one, there's already a huge markup tax on the manual version because they are pretty rare,
yeah,
But
you're spending like 15 for an okay high mileage one.
yeah, and they're beat, and you're hoping it's not a welded diff sideshow special, right?
Right.
Sometimes. So,
Yeah.
dude, I have a pretty good one here.
Ooh.
The
I'll
Subaru
be the
Brat.
judge.
Now, Subaru Brats, the early ones, you could get a turbo, but almost all of them are 1.8 naturally aspirated, especially at the end of the run.
Mhm.
At the end of that run, also Subaru did, and I know this is I'm speaking in the States, guys. Unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of turbo Subaru fun stuff, right? We didn't get like the WRXs or anything like that, but we did get a Legacy turbo with a 2.2 sealed deck, right? So what I would do is take that EJ22T and I would swap that with the 5-speed into a Brat and call it the Subaru Brat GT. And I think, fuck, that would have been fun because that's like 160 horsepower, a bunch of torque, all-wheel drive, 5-speed manual turbo, dude. I think that would have been a killer little ute.
It's funny because it's kind of what you fast forward in Subaru land. You go to like
Mhm.
2004, 2005. That's what Subaru was doing.
Yeah, the
They're like, hey,
Baja.
we've got our Forester. Let's throw a turbo in it. Hey, we've got a Baja. We've got this weird truck that shouldn't exist. Let's put the turbo motor in it.
Yep.
We've got the sedan. We've got the wagon. Throw the turbo motor in it.
100%.
And so they kind of eventually did that. They said, hey, let's just make all of our shit hot shit.
Yep.
And it's a shame they don't do that anymore. Now everything is
Yeah, that's a
CVT
shame. Yeah.
and like maybe has a turbo motor in it, but now a turbo motor is almost mandatory for in the marketplace.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean gosh. Yeah,
That would be
would've been,
something.
that would have been rad.
Imagine that with like
the suicide
subtle,
jump seats.
Yeah, and with the subtle Legacy hood scoop, it just, God, it could have looked so good. All-wheel drive turbo, man, that thing would have ripped. That would be cool.
Tangent. Ford bringing back the Ute. You hear that?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
If it happens, I mean, who the hell knows?
It might not. I mean, I'm really, if we're jumping into news asides, Nissan really listening to us. I love it.
Yeah.
Xterra coming back.
Yeah.
Could be kind of wild. Two different Pathfinders, a unibody and a body on frame Pathfinder offering.
I don't know. That seems foolish, but who am I?
It's Nissan. What do you mean? What you seem offended
I
by
said-
Nissan
that's-
being foolish.
Well, fair. Yeah.
Dare
But
to
no,
be
it's-
stupid, Weird Al. Dare to be stupid. Let's go, Nissan.
Yes.
Let's fucking. They're listening,
Yeah.
man. They're
Well,
out
yeah,
there.
I mean, that's what I said. Not to do that, but to like take some fucking swings.
They're swinging, baby.
Good. They don't have a choice. Backs up against the ropes. You just
Oh,
gotta
100%.
you either turtle and go away and do what Mitsubishi's done for the last decade, or you start swinging.
Brutal. I have been seeing, I don't know what the fuck. We're on a side land. Let's
fine.
jump all
That's
the way
fine.
in, bro. Eclipse Cross. I went the longest time without seeing any, and I saw like 3 different ones in the past, like,
I saw
don't
a
know,
white
couple
one
weeks.
2 days.
Dude, yeah, I saw one. I was like, that's not an unattractive vehicle. And then I was like, what is wrong with me? It's like when I sent you that
Yeah.
Did I send you an Outlander, like a really clean Outlander?
Yeah.
And
First gen Outlander.
and I was like really pumped because the interior was like leather and mint, and like the body was clean, which
Yeah.
you don't see that, right? You don't see that at all. And you were like, and I was like, Frank, feel me on this, dude. It's a clean Outlander. God,
Hey.
they're homely. That's a
Hey.
homely car.
You know what I was thinking of?
What?
You just said it, my friend.
Mm.
If they took the 4G63,
The Evo Lander.
the
Those
Evo
have been
Lander.
built. They built some of those.
I know,
yeah.
but I want a factory. Maybe this is what you do. You go front wheel drive only, so you just have front wheel drive only,
Oh.
but the motor.
Okay.
That way
GST?
you're not stepping on the toe. Yeah, like a GST, and you're not stepping on the dick and balls of the Evo.
Well, the Rally Art stepped on their balls a little bit, and then they're like, no. Throw in the DCT, the gearbox that shreds itself in 40,000 miles.
Yes, yes.
Unfortunately, because
Sport
those Rally Art sport wagons were fucking
those are cool.
dope, dude.
Yeah, until they self-immolated.
Yeah, you got to manual swap that.
Yeah, but no, the Outlander.
Outlander would be cool, man. I thought that one was so cool, but yeah, no. Brat GT, I'm putting my fist down. That was my favorite one. Like out of all the cars we named, I would fucking rock a clean Brat GT.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes. Brat XT. Yes.
Into it.
Oh, the only way, and I'm mostly rooting for it just because I'm picturing all the different variation on like the turbo graphics and shit. The graphics packages on like all the things, you know?
Oh yeah, dude. They would have overdone it. It would have been fucking great. And they would have put a little cladding on there too. It would have been nice. Subtle but sweet.
Yeah, hell yeah. We got anything else? You got anything stuck in any honorable mentions?
That's all I got, baby.
Quick shout out to a Scion TC, a hot TC that we should have gotten but never did.
Toyota didn't have anything. They didn't have anything to put
I
in
want to
there.
say, because that was what I think, like the 2AR FE motor, and I want to say there was
the Corolla motor, right?
Like a dealer, yeah. No, the Corolla motor was a 1ZZ. It was the same 4-cylinder in the Camry, so it was a 2.4.
Oh, right.
And it was just fine. It was like 150 horsepower. It was just,
yeah, but what did Toyota have at the time that was spicy? It's 2ZZ, right? Like at the same time.
Yeah,
as the original...
2ZZ, but like they did make I think like a dealer add-on that nobody ordered. That were you? I think there was a TRD supercharger for those.
Yes, that's correct.
And they should have just had it as like a full extra like sub model, and it just came with that shit. And it wasn't a dealer add-on because then nobody buys it. Nobody just goes like, oh, let me check this, whatever it was, $8,300 box at the dealer, and the dealer marks it up, and they fuck up the install, and like nobody wants to do dealer add-on shit.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But if it was a supercharged sub model, they probably would have sold 10,000 or something over the run.
Yeah, dude, the TC, man. That first
at
gen,
the time, I thought it looked pretty
not
damn
a
good.
bad looking vehicle. That second gen is not good looking. The rear end treatment on the second gen is fucking fugly, bro. It's just
fine.
No, the first gen
not
looks
nearly
not
nearly as bad as the fall off between first gen XB and second gen XB.
Correct, 100%. How about first gen? Well, I just lost my train of thought. The first gen, XB is a big one. Fuck ass.
The first gen fuck ass to the second gen fuck ass.
No, but there's been a couple situations where first gens have become the better looking one once the second gen comes up, and I do stand by that.
Was that a topic we did once? No, I know we did. Did we do a facelift one? No,
I think we did. Did we do a sophomore greatest?
We
hits?
did sophomore slumps. Yeah. Where the first one is
the second one just sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's been a few instances that is the Baja better than the Brat? I don't know. No. It's so weird. It's a lifted legacy wagon with the wagon part cut off. That's all it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's far better.
It's a legacy wagon
like
Outback.
Performant, but yeah, I don't know.
That's all we got.
Is that it?
Shall we get quizzical?
Let's get quizzical.
I'm ready to fucking
I wanna
get my salad tossed in a very physical way. Hey, what was the last? Because I stumped you last time, if I remember correctly. I got you with the old 318 Ti.
Oh, that's right. You completely suplexed my.
I did not
junk.
expect to stump you on that, but I'll take what I can.
I know. It's like I thought it was like a Volkswagen product or something. Like I completely forgot about its existence.
That's what I'm out for. Blood. I'll hit Frank with a Volkswagen product quiz. But yeah, I'll. You pull something nasty up. Your no retaliation policy bullshit. I'll go ahead and describe the game. This is, if you haven't figured it out yet, the automotive print ad quiz game show. Frank is going to read up some kind of He read our physical magazine last time, which was cool, but this
Not
time
today.
probably something off the interwebs. It's
It
a
is.
car ad from the 80s, 90s to mid 2000s. He's going to read it, omitting anything that gives it away. I have 3 guesses and 10 minutes to figure out what he's yammering on about. That means if I get stuck, I can ask for help. It doesn't ever work like that. He makes it worse for me. It's miserable. We got 10 minutes of pain together. Let's just buckle up and let's do this.
Oh, boy.
Frank, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Ooh, and yammering on I will. Mostly because it's a really odd format in this particular ad. It's a 1-page ad,
Okay.
and it's almost all just straight words. There are 2 images of the vehicle, one at the bottom above the manufacturer logo, just like
Okay.
a profile one, really small. And then another one with it in some sort of like race livery for some reason, and like with like obviously added on fake motion blur behind it.
Oh,
And then the rest of it is just text of like monologue of the driver in this vehicle, and it's in big font, and then it gets smaller as it goes, then it gets really small by the end. So if I have a hard time reading it at the very end,
this is horrible already.
it's a weird ad. Okay.
Yeah.
Quote: Big rigs blocking the fast lane on 73. We've got a standstill to the outer loop. Love those traffic reports. Great. I'm at the outer loop, on my way to the office, preferably before my boss shows up. We move 2 feet. At least my legs aren't cramped. My blank has amazing leg room, more than Mercedes 300. Ooh, there's an opening. Ease off the clutch and go. Another 10, no, 15 feet. This car is a pocket rocket. If only I had an open road ahead. Saturday. I'll take Ellie out to that country place for breakfast. With no traffic. At least I'm not burning gas like crazy. The blank's a gas miser. Okay. Clear in the left lane. Put the hammer down now. Damn. I just cut in front of my boss. The blank. 16 valves, dual overhead cams, and 100 horses waiting to run. Sorry, it's getting really small now. They all add up to one of the best power to weight ratios in its class. And that means just getting up to the speed limit is pure driving excitement. For the nearest blank dealership, call 1-800 28 city, 35 miles per gallon. And it says it is $9,599. That is the strange ad, my friend.
16 valve. Was there a
16 valve.
displacement? I heard 16 valve, 100 horsepower.
16 valve, dual overhead cams, and 100 horses waiting to run.
No displacement.
No, no replacement for displacement.
0 spec data to work with here. Great story. Eventually, he did pass his boss.
Yeah. He said, let out the clutch and go. So that gives you something.
Yep. So manually equipped 100 on the dot.
Mhm.
Dual overhead cam.
Mhm.
Fuel miser. So there is
Fuel
some
miser,
kind of
28 city, 35 highway, allegedly.
yeah. And the SAE probably took half of that away.
Right.
Right when someone actually looked at it. This is tough. This is not a lot to work with. No door count, no drive pattern, front, rear, all 100 horsepower.
0. Yeah. 100 horsepower,
No red line
16
talk,
valves.
no handling.
No, dual overhead. Did it say
Dual
dual
overhead
overhead cam?
It did say. I think you read that. I think you said.
You said
16
it or
valve
I
dual
said
overhead
it?
cam. I think I put it in your head. We're going with it now.
Yeah.
Dual
16
overhead cam,
valves,
100
dual overhead
horsepower.
cams, 100 horsepower, 100 horses waiting to run. Add up
Doesn't say
to the best power to weight ratio in its class.
whatever that class is. It doesn't say whether it's doesn't have a cylinder count.
I mean, you can do
We're
the math
assuming.
with valves.
Yeah, we're assuming. Yeah, well, kinda. You could.
Yeah.
Mazda would like to talk. Dude, what has 100 ponies, dual overhead cam? I don't know. I need
Best-
displacement, Frank.
Best power to weight ratio in its class.
Fuel economies are actually pretty good sounding, like mid 30s back then.
Hey, it said it's a fuel miser.
It also the language is late 80s, early 90s would be my guess. There's not a lot of like technical lingo to be. I usually base my my age appropriateness.
Yeah, this one's vibes heavy.
Yeah, it is super. Bro,
The front seats have more leg room than a Mercedes 300.
that was a weird fucking comparison. It's a weird fucking comparison.
300 what? I don't know.
Yeah, no, not the like diesel wagon, right? No.
So yeah, like a 300S, 300 SD.
Is it a 300 SL? That's not a lot. Yeah, this is tricky. That was a weird comparison. So I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything. It's gonna be. Is it fucking Volkswagen? What Volkswagen could we be talking about? This isn't. It's not like a Scirocco. It's not a
How about
Scirocco.
this? I don't. Oh, hold on. Can I zoom in? Hold on. Can I zoom in?
Is there
oh,
actual?
I can zoom in. Because there was an asterisk. Manufacturer repo tax, title, license, dealers set own price, EPA estimated MPG. How about I give you the tagline for the manufacturer?
Maybe, probably. Every little bit helps at this point.
Everyday vehicles that aren't.
I feel like this is. I feel like it's Volkswagen, but.
Vergnügen?
Taking a fucking shot at Mercedes. What talk about pissing in the big urinal? Fuck, bro. I kind of want to say BMW, but I have nothing that fits that bill for dual overhead cam in my head. 16 valve, 100 horsepower motor. Volkswagen, sure, right? Like, but I thought the 16 valves had more than 100 ponies. Fuck. Are we talking about a? We're talking about a rabbit. They made kind of a spicy rabbit, didn't they?
Famously, yes. Some call it the GTI.
Is this? No, it can't. Can it be? No, it can't. Maybe it can. Let's do it. Let's do like the original here in the States. It was only in the States it was called the rabbit, correct? So let's go. I hope you're reading an American ad this time. Rabbit GTI, final answer. This is 1986.
This is not Volkswagen Rabbit GTI. And it's not a Volkswagen. Volkswagen, I don't believe, ever had their tagline of everyday vehicles that aren't.
It's the people's vehicle, right?
Well, they probably had something angry and Nazi and German in like 1943.
That all got burnt.
Yeah. A lot of numbers are made up coming out of Germany at that time of the everything. No, it's in fact I will tell you it is not from a European manufacturer. You can eliminate that from your Rolodex.
No, that slims it down to the other car. No, I don't have any fucking idea. So we're still at 100 horsepower, dual overhead cam, 16 valve. Why the fuck did they put a 300 Mercedes in there? I don't know. Dude,
it's just trying to tell you how roomy the front seats are. That's all. In absolutely zero ways would it ever even be remotely considered competition for any Mercedes product.
There's just not enough to work with here, dude.
The fact that it is, and probably actually is, has the best power to weight ratio in its class will give you kind of a judge of its size because
it's small. It's a small vehicle. That's why I went to Rabbit GTI, right? Is it a different GTI? No, that wouldn't make sense. Or would it? Is it a 1.3?
Doesn't say. I don't know. The ad doesn't tell me.
Oh, God, it's so weird. Because I know they're right there. It's a dual overhead cam. It is a 16 valve motor. Oh, bro. Why would they do that? Why would they compare to the Mercedes? Okay, how about there's no way there's space in the front, but whatever. Suzuki Swift GTI, later called the GT because Volkswagen threatened them.
Do you have a year?
1987. Final answer.
It is a Suzuki Swift GT 91.
Okay, so
I don't
later.
think it existed in 87. 87 would have been the car that used to be behind me. That would have still been that generation.
89 then was the GTI.
Yeah, and then I think it got, and then 90.
I got
90 and 91 they cut off. Yeah, they They DI'd it, if you will.
Volkswagen.
But yes, ultimately.
Yeah, I was in the right
yes.
stratosphere.
Well,
right?
I mean, you effectively talked about this car to lead off. I already had the ad picked out, and you
That's
immediately
hilarious.
like, hey, let's talk about the Swift GT, and it has 100 horsepower, and I'm just like,
The Mercedes comparison has no fucking right.
yeah.
No right.
Yeah, no.
That was the red herring of the century in car ads.
I did send you
right?
the ad though, to click on there, and yeah, it's something, but I can't.
Oh, that livery is sick.
I know. I've never seen it before.
The yellow and red. What series would that?
No idea. SCCA, like I don't know. Some NASA what do you call it? Privateer.
Can I say I would love to recreate that liver if I had one?
Can I say this and can I use this as a
Do it.
segue right into PCP?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Is I want one of these cars so badly. One of these Swift GTs.
I'm right there with you. I've been looking for years.
I know. And I have, but like casually, I'm to the point where like if a good one showed up on, Bring a Trailer, Cars and Bids, J-Date, I don't know, some auction website.
Yep.
I would consider overpaying for one. Now overpaying, and I don't overpay for cars, but I would consider overpaying for one. And now overpaying is like $8,500. But like,
yeah. You don't want the
10.
one that's $5,000 right now that's on fucking Marketplace with a ton of laughing faces emojis attached to the ad?
Yeah. No, it's there's
That's
a reason
rough
why
one.
it ain't going anywhere because it's hurt.
Yeah.
And you
Dude,
can't
I
get
almost
parts,
I almost flew to LA like on 2 different occasions for different ones that were for sale down there.
Yeah.
I've also eyeballed this in the iMark RS, Isuzu are 2 cars that, just like you said, I'd be willing to pay top dollar for a sorted one. Do I want to nurse one back to health? You bet, dude. Because I think
if you can find one with good bones, but none of them are. They're deeply fucked up.
They're shat on.
Have like
dude,
parts
hard.
just like out of regular ones thrown in, or parts out of just a bunch of like eBay shit and like the impossible. Like, I threw away the factory airbox, or I tossed the seats and now it's just got some like
Metro seats.
Corbeau.
Yeah.
Like garbage seats in it, or just like so many of them are ruined. But what really so just I don't know, an hour before we started recording here, and this is how I'm parlaying this into my PCP, is I finally put that, you can see the empty box behind me over here. Ooh. I put that fucking replacement transmission mount in that I had. I still have stuck on the tape to the box. I taped the receipt to the box so I wouldn't lose the receipt in case I needed to return it.
Right.
It was like November 18th or something is how long I've had that part ready to install. And I've just been busy or lazy or both. So I put it in. And so I took the old one out and I sat it next to the new one, because the old one, which is it's over there somewhere. This is how I keep my garage organized. It's like, there's this thing here and there's this thing here.
I see that.
The rubber wasn't that bad, and I was skeptical. But I sat it next to the new one, and the new one's like half an inch like longer, like bolt hole to bolt hole, half an inch to 3/4 of an inch longer. And I was like, well, shit, that's disconcerting.
Yeah, that's something.
But my thought was like, well, maybe that's good, because if it's longer, the way it works, it's actually picking it up. It's pushing it up more. It's like pulling it off the subframe a little bit more. And so maybe that's actually going to help. Maybe that's like part of the problem is like, because all these mounts are aftermarket.
There's no OEM mounts for these kind of cars.
Yeah. And so maybe I'm replacing I'm replacing a worn and just poorly made aftermarket part with a not worn, slightly better made aftermarket part. Maybe this can fix my vibration under full throttle, especially while turning problem. So I put it in. And I just took it out for a drive. And I haven't driven this car, since November.
That's wild to think.
I love this stupid car so much. I have no right to hang on to it. I don't. I just said I drove it the first time since November. And so I can't. Its existence is preventing me from like playing with other dumb cars. And I prioritize my curation of shit boxes more than me keeping a car that I drive once every 6 months, once a quarter.
Uh-huh.
But like out of all cars that I've ever owned, where I just get in and I
Mhm.
with like almost I have every time drive it, I'm like, I'm gonna have no expectations. I know it's gonna be fun, and then I tip into the throttle and drive, and I immediately am having fun.
Mhm.
This car is like absolute top of the heap, and for all reasons. Like it's silly, it's tossable, you can feel how insanely light it is.
Mhm.
You know how it's stupid slash insane slash hilarious you look while driving it,
Sure. Yeah.
especially like spiritedly. And I love it so much. I'm gonna be sad when it's gone. It has to happen. But
Uh-huh.
part of me is like, well, if I'm going to, okay, I'm gonna sell it. It's gonna move it on down the road. To what
Mhm.
end? To that end is like, well, I got to level up. I got to get the Swift GT. Like
Makes
that's the
sense.
next iteration. That's like the next generation.
It is the Sprint Turbo Evo, yeah.
But this car is so, and I will say this stupid mount that I put in, it absolutely made a difference.
Huge, yeah.
NVH is still garbage because it is what it is. It's a 3-cylinder 80s shitbox. But like a lot of the like the jarring vibration that's like, oh, like something's kind of broken here.
Uh-huh.
Most of that is now gone,
Damn.
which is good, which is great. This damn car. I know you've driven it. You've driven it in
It's
anger,
so
and
good. It's so fun.
it's so silly. I love it so
It's
much.
it's so dangerous, but yet so fun.
But I made progress on it, and now it's not in here. It's on a car cover in my driveway until I can get it down to San Diego for Doug to play with.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to be working on this thing, and that's a story for a different day. But
It's living that hot hatch life, dude.
I know I'm not
You
Mr.
went from like
Worldwide.
no hot hatches to like that's what you've been living in. Hot hatch
I
world.
know. I
Kind of
know. It's a good
nice.
it's such a good place to be, my
It's a
friend.
great place to
Such a
be.
good place to be. What have you been
Dude,
doing? You made
dude,
progress?
we didn't even talk about our progress before filming this episode and recording this episode, but it's complete parallel. So back to the geo tracker, which is another like driving that thing around, nothing but thumbs up. The thing looks so good. It's so it's like literally a lifted Miata. So I had this really nasty vibration, remember? And I took the time
Hmm.
belt off. I did the ignition timing. I did everything
Yes.
was perfect. So I'm like,
It's funny
something's wrong.
because you had texted me like, "Oh, I got a new daily." I'm like, "What?" And you're like, "Tracker."
Yeah, I
And I was
sent a
like,
picture of the
"Sick." I
tracker.
didn't even. It's funny. I didn't even think to ask you like, "Oh, does that mean you unfucked it?" And so, please tell me. I don't know why I didn't
Completely
think to ask you.
same fix as you. So the motor mounts are probably one of the hardest jobs to do on the tracker sidekicks. You have to take so much. They put the motor mounts in, bolted the motor to the chassis. Then they put on these supporting brackets for
Hmm.
accessories and everything. So every time you change a motor mount, you have to take the engine apart, the bottom half of it, and support
Sick.
it. Yeah, pain in the dick. You can. The bad thing is you can see them. You can look down the engine bay and see them like, oh, this is a 10-minute motor mount
Yeah.
job. No,
Nope.
dude, it's like 6 hours. But when you,
Sick.
I did. So I did the driver one originally, and it resolved some of it. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do the other two. Let me make sure I didn't fuck up somewhere else.
Hmm.
Then I got down to like, I need to replace the other two. Dude, the passenger one literally disintegrated when I took it apart. The
Well,
rubber,
there's your
I could
problem.
push my thumbs through it. I'm like, that's no good. Then the trans mount on the manual trans side,
Hmm.
also gone. So I'm like, okay, moment of truth. After getting it all back together, my hands are still beat up. I crank it over the smoothest butter fucking idle, dude. And like, that's what I was gonna say. Like one
Makes
of
you
the
want to
most
cry.
the
Oh my God.
immediate difference, and everybody else is like sitting in it, and like this feels like a fucking piece of shit '90s car. I'm like, no, it's you don't know because before,
Yeah.
dude, when you had the hood up, it used to jump on the hood prop rod. That's how much
Yeah.
vibration. So I'm
I
talking like
believe it.
levels of difference. And I have been driving it daily since. And Frank, your argument for a fun daily, maybe something not like reliable or like smart,
Yeah.
not functional, or
Yeah.
it's been so good. It's been so, I mean, it does get 30 plus miles per gallon. Unlike your little Sprint Turbo, which has sporty aspirations, the Geo Tracker 8-valve rear wheel drive manual has
Has
zero sporting intentions.
beach going aspirations. That's about it.
It's so good though, Frank. It's so it goes highway speeds just fine. It takes a while to get there.
I love how that's our like line in the sand. Bro, it can handle the highway.
It can do
Yeah.
70.
Sick.
It's such a peach, dude. And like nothing but smiles when you're going by and someone's like, what the fuck is that? Like, when's the last time you saw it? And it's clean. Like this one's
It is.
super.
It
It's
is.
super.
You've done a good
clean.
job on it, and
Oh, it's
like this
it's
is
a
like
peach.
this like when we had like again circling back to when we had Doug on, and like we were just like ringing the bell of like these like fun, approachable cars and how they're kind of not on the market anymore,
Yep.
outside of a handful of notable exceptions. And this stuff, like I just was singing about how much fun and giggly this stupid Sprint Turbo I had. I took it out was and was having fun. It was like approachable and tossable, and like everything is light. Even the manual steering, because the tires are so skinny,
Hmm.
are light and communicative, and it's very eager and everything. And I had more fun in that compared to earlier in my day today. I drove aggressively for video production stuff a 1980 911 Targa with
Hmm.
80,000 original miles on it. Not unoriginal, right? 80,000 miles.
Roll back.
A 1989 Carrera, 30,000 miles.
Mhm.
Perfect car. This car is fantastic. And a 1988 Ferrari 328 GTS. Are all of those cars faster and more special? Yes.
Yes.
Did I have a lot more fun and have a bigger smile on my face driving the Sprint Turbo? Also,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
And that like
They don't have
ah,
the razzle dazzle that je ne sais
it's a
quoi, if you
different
will.
razzle dazzle.
It is.
It's a
It's like,
different
but the
razzle dazzle.
tracker, like I don't get in the tracker and like smoke the tires and have fun. It's fucking. It's just it. That 8 valve rear wheel drive is literally a lifted Miata.
Yeah.
Like you can't not smile. And the same with the Sprint. These cars have
But
zero.
the Sprint will burn those pet
Oh,
last elegance though, let me tell
oh,
you.
dude, let me tell you. I think I have what I think I might have tiger paws on the tracker.
Uniroyal
I'm not even
Tiger
sure. Yeah,
Paws.
Uniroyals, baby. But they're nice. They're good. They're good ones, buddy. It's not like 20-year date code ones. But the
Yeah.
new white top, the white wheels, it just has the look I want. And it's the driving characteristics, like you said. That tracker probably weighs sub 2,500. Let's be honest, because it's the stripper
Oh
model.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like wild, but you
For
still
sure.
are in a lifted position. So it's like your sensory override. Like I'm just like, what am I driving? And I look back, and the rear plastic
Mhm.
is like I can go boop boop and
Yeah.
touch the rear plastic. It's like and
Careful,
then
it's load bearing.
yeah, it is. Don't
Yeah.
open the flap. You get a whole bunch of body flex. But just like, and my son Teddy just fucking, we just giggle the whole time we're in that thing because it's so comical.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Sprint's kind of the same. That's like diminutive nature. It's like the two cars that will never, ever, ever
No.
be reproduced, right?
No, and it's
Or reproduced in either way.
ooh. I mean for sure more people have been
Fucked in
have
trackers.
oh yeah, yeah.
You can
yeah.
take the top off. That's fair. Yeah.
Or just like I just imagine it's 1994 and you know you got your best girl, you take her to the beach in your tracker, you've had a couple of beverages.
Yep.
Drunk driving is effectively legal still.
Oh yeah, mid 90s for sure.
And yeah, like there's
That's good.
God, now I'm
That
trying to
thing's-
think of like how many like 32-year-olds I know right now that
Dude, that
were
that
conceived in 94 in a tracker.
those trackers, dude, like when I step into and out of, like when I'm going to like lean to one side, my mirror touches the ground. There's so much like it's so easy to move that vehicle around. But yeah, same thing. Our PCP lined up brilliantly, but it's like I'm having like the time of my life. Like I'm so excited to drive it to work, and I have a very comically easy 15-minute
Sure.
secondary road commute. But it's absolutely a peach. It's just it's like I miss having like a reliable daily, but at the same time, this thing is so much fun. It's just
Right.
like it's brilliant.
Well, you'll have to talk about the other half of that equation next week, I suppose.
100%, 100%, my friend.
Yes, because you've already spilled the beans to me about that update,
Ooh.
but we haven't really talked about it. I just know the status that daily driver status.
Yep.
Yeah, and I haven't told you this. I actually had a dream last night involving you and your daily driver, your ex daily driver, I should say. Well,
Oh.
we'll tease it for next week, though.
Oh, I like that.
These are the teases you get on another pointless automotive podcast. You got anything else, or is that it?
No, I'm gonna shut
bidding
it
the
down,
crew
man. We did
an adieu.
We did it. We did a thing. Thanks, guys, for listening in. As always, we appreciate it. Check us out on YouTube if you haven't yet. Subscribe. Running free subscriptions again until the end of the month. That's it, though. We're going to cut it off after that, my friend.
That's right.
Paywall's coming up.
Well, we do have a paywall.
That's for something special, though, my friend. Yeah, Patreon, APA Pod. Check us out, guys. We do special late night confidential. How did I whispered confidential? I was like, confidential. Confidential. Yeah,
Late
that's
night.
it.
Confidential.
So check that out, guys. Special content there is a YouTube video version.
We are behind
2.
though. We do need to get blacked out again, drinking terrible.
I
actually
Mountain Dew.
Did I tease it? I'll tease it I'll tease it next week.
Save it.
I have
Tease it
something
before
I
you please it.
found that we're gonna drink for the next time.
If it's homemade moonshine and I go blind again, I'm going to be very, very upset, Frank.
No joke, it is homemade.
Okay. And that note, what else?
Yeah, we'll unveil that next week, and then you get to see us
YouTube.
drink it and go blind.
Yes, review the pod. That helps
bonus.
us a lot. Like, leave some feedback, comments, anything, comments on the YouTube. We really do appreciate it. Instagram, we're on there too. Check us. Personally, Auto Obscure Garage, just doing some more tracker content, finished up the Volvo content. Check it out. Rescues, reviews, restorations. You know the drill. Possibly a new Lexus video series starting soon. That'd be really fun. I'm actually super excited about. Yes. Frank, where can the good folks follow your world-class photography?
Ooh, that's at the Photographer's Garage, but mostly just find us here. Or again, patreon.com/APA pod. Remember, kids, if we get 5,000 paid Patreon subscribers, then we get to guilt trip Doug into smoking DMT with us. Have you ever smoked DMT?
Who's asking? I mean,
me.
We'll talk off camera.
Okay, I have not. Just putting allegedly. If you want to see us, just I don't know, just whatever. I'm rambling. Good to see you. Thanks for tagging along. Drink more Fast and Furious themed beers, and don't die.
Yeah, just continue. Take it easy. We love you. We'll see you next week.